Hey, Dan Meyer here, and today I'm going to talk to you about virtual staffing. And I'm going to actually give you 20 different benefits that you can get for a small business or entrepreneur can get out of virtual staffing. And it doesn't have to be a small business, it can be any business, but we focus mainly on helping small and medium-sized businesses figure out how to scale with virtual staffing. So I'll give you 20 different areas of a business that you can have a virtual staff member help you with. However, before I do that, I want to share with you a little bit about my background and my story. And so I've been in virtual staffing for over a dozen years now, and I really got started because I wanted to grow my business. And it didn't make sense to have everyone report to an office, especially because I was traveling back and forth from Asia and the US, and I had a lot of different things that it required in my business, and it's very hard and competitive to set up a business in Manila, where I spent most of the last several years. And so virtual staffing is how I really grew my team of people. And I have a business that's over 40 virtual staff members right now. I've managed other businesses and set up call centers and done things in the Philippines and Southeast Asia for the last several years. And I get the idea of virtual staffing. I also am really influenced by something that I read a few years back called The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. And the idea there is that you want to be able to run a business and create a lifestyle off of your business that allows you occasionally to have 4-hour work weeks where you actually just work 4 hours. And your business is still running without you, and it's functioning and generating revenue and being productive without you having to manage every bit and piece of it. So the lessons that I learned from Timothy Ferriss in that book that I've managed to put into my life and develop that lifestyle. I have enjoyed 4-hour work weeks several times in the last several years, where I've been able to go, on a vacation to a beautiful beach, been able to travel quite a bit. I can let my business function because I set up systems based on virtual staff that run 24/7. When I go to bed at night, things are getting done. When I wake up, I check my email, I check our different areas that we do things like Trello and Monday, and I can see what's been done the time I was sleeping. And these kind of virtual staffing hacks allow you to grow your business. And if you want that 4-hour work week, if you want to make $1 million, if these are things that you aspire for, why you set up your own business, because you don't mind working 100 if eventually it'll get you to be 4. And you don't mind putting in everything you can into your business, knowing eventually you're going to be able to make $1 million or more. These are the kind of things that you do in the short term to get to your long-term goals. And virtual staffing will help you get there. One more thing I want you to think about before I dive into the 20 different benefits is that if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to actually make $1 million in profit for yourself, not revenue for your business, but how much you make as your individual income. If you wanted to do that and you were to figure out how that applies to a 40-hour work week, if you're working full-time for yourself or for your business, trying to grow the business, your time is worth $520 an hour. That is your hourly rate if you're going to make $1 million. So think about that. What are you doing right now in your business? Or what are you thinking about doing to launch a business where you're doing things that somebody else could be doing for less than $520 an hour? That's where you start. These are the kind of things that you want to look to outsource, to delegate, to find a virtual staff member to be able to take care of. Now you can do that very easily. You start thinking about all the things that you do in your business and start with the most simplest, social media. If you have a virtual staff member doing your social media, you're going to enjoy benefits like consistent, optimal posting times. Now think about this. If you're doing your own social media, you do it when you can. There's plenty of data and evidence out there that says the best time to post things on social media for people that have normal office 9-to-5 jobs, that's your target market, and you want to attract them, you should be posting things at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. That hour before lunch and before the end of the workday, people are restless. They're ready to go. They start surfing. That's the best time to post a lot of messages. So if you want to be that consistent, optimal posting time and have a message out there every day at those times, yet you can't do it yourself because you're just too busy doing other things, that's why you hire a virtual staff. In addition, you can be able to stay in one voice. You can have a voice consistently go day by day by day. Say every Monday you want to have a tip of the day. Every Tuesday you want to talk about some kind of new technology in your workspace. On Wednesday you want to do some kind of motivational tip. You can have a virtual staff member map out all the posts a month in advance that you're going to be able to see a pattern, so people get used to seeing the same kind of thing from you on a regular basis, and they're more likely to follow you versus a scattershot, haphazard approach most of us take. You can also have the VA use the free insights and analytics tools that are in every social media platform. If you have a small business page, then you probably realize that there's a tab in the business page section called Insights, and if you don't, you should go there. Insights gives you very powerful demographic data to look and see if you're targeting the right people. If the people following your business page, the ones that have liked you, if they are the people you're trying to sell to. You want to have that match up. If you're having a group of people follow your Facebook page who are not your target market, then you would use insights to help you recalibrate your marketing efforts to attract that audience. This is the kind of thing, again, a VA can help you. They can also help you repurpose existing content. I've written over 800 blog posts in my career. Now, there are days I can't write a new blog post. I'm just too busy or don't have the creative juice or whatever it is. So on days where I don't do my own posting, I have a VA go out and repurpose one of my older posts. Take something that I wrote a couple years ago, update it, make sure it doesn't have any dated information in it, and share it. Over the 800 blog posts that I've published, there's not very many of them that most of the audience saw. So something's going to be new to almost everyone. So repurposing content, something VA can do. That's just social media. Think about digital marketing. You can have them run email campaigns. You can have them publish a monthly newsletter. You can have them update your CRM or your customer database. These are all things you can do yourself, but you shouldn't have to. Knowing how to use MailChimp and sending out emails or setting up an Eventbrite or preparing your own newsletter or encoding contact information from business cards you picked up, those are things that are not going to get you to $1 million if you're doing them yourself. You're going to have somebody else do that to free yourself up to do other things only you can do. Another thing you could have a VA do is optimize mobile opt-ins. We are in a mobile-driven world right now. People are much more likely to open a text than an email. You can have calls to action that people can click at one time in an opt-in for a mobile, and you can capture their information on them. You can give them a free gift. You can lead them to a page if you want to sell them something or offer them something. You should be using mobile. Again, a VA can help you set that up probably quicker, efficient, and more efficient than you could do yourself. Another area you can use a VA on is creative designs. Creative designs include things like graphic design for images and cover photos for Facebook, turning a bunch of images into a collection that you can make a video out of, editing video content, building new logos, new marketing images. There's a lot of websites out there that we've built, a lot of things that are kind of old looking, kind of static. We're not staying on the cutting edge. You can have a VA update your website. You can also have a VA edit your content, your video content. A lot of people out there that are small business owners and entrepreneurs will just take their phone and they'll be walking and talking and recording the video, and then they'll share it with their audience, hoping it inspires some people to take action. It's really kind of boring. We see people doing it all the time. When you're walking and talking, or just sitting at your desk and talking and you're sharing things and there's nothing but your face on the screen, people tune out pretty quickly, within a matter of seconds actually. So what you want to do is have some graphics, break it up, have some intro music and outro music. Do some things the VA can do to help spice up your videos. And that way when you push them out there, they're a little more professional and they're definitely more engaging, and you can put calls to action in the text. Things that you probably wouldn't be doing if you were just recording one on Facebook Live or recording a video and sharing it. Another area you can get help on, especially if you're an author or a public speaker, is to promote your book or promote what you do across platforms. You can have a targeted approach to have a different approach to LinkedIn, to Facebook, to Instagram, to Twitter. You can also have your VA book you for podcasts and speaking at events and conferences, get you on stage, get you to be able to speak at different meetup groups. They can get you out there, and it's definitely more powerful when you have somebody pushing you as an expert versus you pushing yourself. If you have a VA and you give them an email address that looks professional and legit, and they're your assistant, and they're trying to book you for a stage, you're going to have much better success than you would doing it yourself. You can also have the VA do things like manage travel accommodations, help you figure out where you should target certain marketing efforts, really get more focused. You can also have a VA do things like figure out how to set up chatbots and autoresponders on your social media and on your websites so that you're really able to start using new technology, things we probably don't have time to learn ourselves, but we can have a VA do. Another area that's really important that you can use a VA for is administrative support, just general stuff to keep you busy. data entry, bookkeeping, some basic accounting, setting appointments, following up on emails, sending out questionnaires and surveys, doing basic customer service. You shouldn't really be doing most of that yourself. You really need to be sending that off to somebody else to do. And if you have somebody who works with you as a full-time employee, as your VA, set for you, not a freelancer you find on Upwork or Fiverr, but somebody that you actually have a relationship with, you're able to have them manage either by yourself or by a company like mine. And what we do is that we guarantee you're going to have more consistency. You're not going to have somebody do work really good one day and then not show up again. You're not going to have somebody that you just have no idea if they're legit or not. You're not going to roll the dice on whether you're going to get a good employee or not. When you go through a managed service like mine, you're going to get all those things secure so that you find someone that doesn't just give you administrative support. They become your right hand. They help you grow your business the way you want it to be grown. And the more you communicate with a VA and the more you're able to build that relationship, the better you're going to see results. So what I want you to do right now is an exercise, as I kind of wrap this talk up, is I want you to take on a piece of paper, build 3 columns. On the left column, I want you to write at the top of the column what you want to do. What are the things you want to do for your business? Whether you're starting up or relaunching or growing, what do you want to be able to do to be able to launch or grow a new business? In the middle column, I want you to write above the top of the column what you actually do. This is what you're currently doing. The left column is your dream. If you had unlimited time and resources, what would you do for your business? And the middle column is what are you actually doing right now? And assign time to it. How much time does it take you to do the things you're doing? On the column on the right, I want you to write down what your VA will do. And of course, what you're going to do is look for things that aren't currently being done that your VA can do, or actually more importantly, what are things you're doing now that are sucking up way too much time that a VA can do? And so the idea is to move as many things over to the right column as possible to fill up a schedule for a VA to be working full-time in your business so that you're able to free yourself up to do more personal stuff, more business development, more one-on-one interaction with your clients. Think about how to launch and grow new products and services. Free yourself up to not be tied to what you're doing right now. If you do that, I guarantee you're going to have much more success. So that's basically what I do. I have a 6-week coaching series and I have a virtual assistant service. So if you want to be with me for 6 weeks, we go through 6 weeks of coaching where I talk about the systems you need to be successful to scale virtually, give you a lot of tips on how to hire, talk about the onboarding process to make sure your VA is successful, talk about how you want to have your VA focus on going horizontal before vertical, meaning have them master one area of your business before you throw 10 different areas of your business at them. I'll share with you a lot of communication tips that will make you more successful. And then I'll talk to you about the importance of establishing and expecting good reporting from your VA to know exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it, and having a feedback loop where you can give them information to allow them to improve. If you do these things, you're going to be super successful at virtual staffing, much more than you would if you went on to a freelance site or if you just hired some virtual staffing company. This is my approach. I walk you through it. I hold your hand to get you the VA you want and get you launched the way you want it. And once you do that, then you're going to be massively successful. So that's my talk for today. Thank you for your time. Now go out and delegate something.